I I remember when Amazon added the that you could group your products together, so you will get less ship less boxes, right?
Yeah.
Um, and when I saw that, I it was something that I was not expecting, right? This I don't know. This was many years ago, right? Uh, it's something that I didn't know that I wanted, but once I saw it, I thought that's brilliant, because now you can have one package, you can wait a little bit longer, but it's less shipping, it saves resources, right? Um, so and I've seen other competitors, lagging on some of these features. The delivery time was longer, right? So there was a longer friction on competitors, and it was easier to do business with Amazon, right? So I found that very interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen the other competitors kind of catch up on those type of features, right? So it's always a competition on adding these new features, right?
Yep.
Um, yeah, and I think that becomes an issue when you are trying to um, build those features and you add more complexity to the workflow. So it's a challenge to do that, right? Because
Yep.
if you're used to buy with one click, and now you have to click three times to do the same purchase, right? Or five or whatever, then that becomes an issue just for
Yeah.
that, right?
Well, in one-click man, I love talking about one-click CXs, right? Because one-click experiences are so delightful when you get them right. But like the things the customer is expecting happens when they click that button to buy, right? Like what address am I picking? What payment method? What delivery speed, right? There's a lot of choices that were going into that checkout flow that you're now putting into one button, right? And we were talking about this in like the Apple devices thing, right? Like when I joined this call, I had four possible microphones that Apple could have picked to to record my voice right now, right? It picked the wrong one, ironically, but you know, it's the same thing, right? Like it's the same thing of like you've simplified a process from five or six steps down to one, but then that puts a lot of onus on you as the business, as the CX driver, to make the right decisions that the customer is going to want, because otherwise everyone's going to stop using it, right? If I clicked buy now with that one click and it picked, I don't know, my mom's address, which I use maybe twice a year, right? Like I would be like, why did you do this? Like I'm never going to use this CX again, right? So it it's important. It matters a lot.
Right, right. We were kind of talking about this before start recording. You mentioned the microphone. Um, one story that I have about that I found frustrating. So you used to connect an external microphone, external screen on the MacBook, and then it will show a new screen, right? You will have a default decision. Now it shows a pop-up saying, "What do you want to do? Do you want to extend your desktop, or do you want to screen mirror or extend your desktop?" Something like that. But but my question is why? Because now you have an expectation of, zero clicks, it works. Now you have a click, right? And and we had that issue, and that pop-up didn't show up on the screen for some reason. So we were frustrated. This was at the beginning of a talk, so we were frustrated of
Yeah.
work, damn it, right? And and in that conversation, one thing I don't remember if you or I bring it up, but whatever, it's we were talking about this idea of, wouldn't it be great if we can define the policies that we want, right? Um, these type of decisions that are not interface based, right? But it's this smart, quote unquote, defaults. Um, wouldn't it be great if we can just, tweak it and improve it on the user side?
Yeah, 100%.